Mic check. Audio check.
Audio check. Stream audio check. Stream audio check.
So we'll begin the agenda meeting for today, Thursday, November 14th. I would ask those who are participating on the call to please mute your phone unless you need to speak. Before we get started today, we have two team members we'd like to introduce. The first, I will turn it over to Lloyd Wilson to introduce Ethan Todd.
Good morning, Madam Chair and Commissioners. I'm very happy to introduce to you Ethan Todd this morning. Ethan is our new legislative liaison. He started, his first day was yesterday.
Actually, Lloyd, can you bring Ethan to the podium? That way the commissioners can see.
Do I need to start over?
That'd be great.
All right. Thanks for the mulligan. The camera I think we want to look at is over here, but this is Ethan Todd. Ethan is our new legislative liaison. He started yesterday. And Ethan previously had worked for the Majority Caucus in the Senate as Communications Director. And he also previously worked for the Barclay Company, so he comes to us with some pretty good political background. A couple of interesting things about Ethan is that he was an intern here in 2013 with Commissioner Bill Kinney. And also, he has a fiance, and they are slated to get married next June. So please welcome Ethan Todd.
Congratulations and welcome.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you all.
Welcome, Ethan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our second team member isn't necessarily new to us, but today we'd like to officially announce Rodney Massman as our new general counsel. The commission selected Rodney after a great interview panel with very strong internal and external candidates. But we're thrilled to have Rodney on board as the general counsel, and we look forward to working with him. So please welcome him to his new role. Thank you. Okay, today there are 7 tariffs and new orders, 1 case discussion item, and 1 other closed discussion item. But first, we need to approve the minutes from the November 6th, 2024 agenda meeting. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to those minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor of adopting those minutes, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, those minutes are approved. We also need to approve the minutes from the November 6, 2024 public meeting with MISO and SPP. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to those minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving those minutes, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, those minutes are approved. We also have closed minutes to approve from the November 6, 2024 agenda and a vote to make them open to the public. So I'd like to take those in one vote. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to those minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving those minutes, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, those minutes are approved and open to the public. Today, the first tariff and new order is in file number EC-2023-0037, Missouri Coalition for Fair Competition and Corey Malone complainants versus Union Electric DBA Ameren. On September 25th, the commission issued its report and order in this matter, and on October 24th, the complainants filed a timely application for a rehearing. Section 386-500 states the commission shall grant an application for rehearing if, in its judgment, sufficient reason therefore may be to appear. As stated in the applicant's request for rehearing, they state that our decision in the case was shocking, arguing that we did not appropriately interpret the statute of the Fair Competition Law using statutory construction and peri materia. Unfortunately, Ameren appropriately points out that the Fair Competition Law was passed at the same time with the HVAC provision being modified in 2003, and there is nothing to be read together as there is a clear exception in subsection 8 of 386-754 for tariffed programs, both of which the Pay As You Save and Community Savers program are. I also agree that it's not staff's job to prove the complainant's case. Rather, the complainant bears the burden of proof and did not meet that with or without staff's investigation. Thus, the order before us denies the application for rehearing. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer,
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order as well.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Second tariff in order today is in file number ER-2021-0312 in the matter of the request of Empire District Electric, DBA Liberty, for authority to file tariffs increasing rates for electric service provided to customers in its Missouri service area. On October 16th, Liberty filed a tariff sheet to update the Renewable Energy Purchase Program rate, known as REP, to reflect the Renewable Energy Credit, or REC rate, for the 12-month period ending September 2024. The purpose of the renewable program is to offer non-residential customers the opportunity to offset their carbon emissions by up to 100% of their electricity consumption through the purchase of RECs. Under that program, Liberty is required to perform a quarterly review of its REC sales and rate. Staff made a filing recommending approval of the REP tariff sheet. No other responses were received. Therefore, the order before us approves Liberty's REP tariff sheet. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer,
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Third tariff in order today is in file number EO-2022-0040 in the matter of the petition of the Empire District Electric Company, DBA Liberty, to obtain a financing order that authorizes the issuance of securitized utility tariff bonds for qualified extraordinary costs. On October 15th, Liberty submitted a revised tariff sheet for the company's first annual true-up of its securitized utility tariff charge rider. After discussions with staff, Liberty filed a substitute tariff sheet on October 28th. Section 393-1702 requires Liberty to file at least annually a petition or letter applying a formula-based true-up mechanism adjusting this charge for the Commission's approval. Staff filed a recommendation on October 29th and stated that staff had reviewed Liberty's work papers for errors in the calculation of the securitized utility tariff charge. Staff stated that it also reviewed the amended report and order to ensure that Liberty's filing followed the Commission's order. Staff recommended that the Commission approve Liberty's true-up adjustment tariff sheet as substituted. Thus, the order before us approves the tariff sheet as substituted. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer,
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I support the order as well.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Fourth tariff in order today is in file number ET-2025-0121 in the matter of Evergy Missouri West, DBA Evergy Missouri West Annual RESRAM Tariff Filing. On September 30th, Evergy West filed a revised tariff sheet to adjust charges related to the company's approved Renewable Energy Standard Rate Adjustment Mechanism, or RESRAM. On November 7th, staff made a filing recommending the Commission issue an order approving the tariff. Staff stated that customers using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month will see a decrease of about 30 cents per month and will pay only 62 cents per month. After reviewing the tariff sheet and staff's recommendation, the commission finds the tariff sheet is consistent with the applicable commission rule, and the order before us approves the tariff sheet. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 2. Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer,
I'm in support.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I support the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. The fifth tariff in new order today deals with 2 cases. File number ER-2025-0125 in the matter of the Empire District Electric Company, DBA Liberty Empire, for authority to implement rate adjustments related to the company's fuel and purchased power adjustment, or FAC, required in 20 CSR 4240-20.090, and file number EO-2025-0126 in the matter of the Empire District Electric Company, DBA Liberty Empire, Fuel Adjustment Clause, or FAC true-up. On October 1st, Liberty submitted its proposed tariff to implement its fuel adjustment rate, or FAR, for the accumulation period ending August 2024 and the recovery period ending May 2025. On that same day, Liberty also submitted an application containing its 30th true-up filing for its FAC and requested that the Commission authorize a true-up adjustment. The true-up amount is the result of an under-collection of about $462,000 from customers during Recovery Period 30 from December 1st, 2023 through May 31st, 2024. On October 30th, staff reviewed all relevant work papers and recommended the Commission approve Liberty's Recovery Period 30 true-up filing for inclusion in the changes in Liberty's Accumulation Period 32 adjustment filing in file number ER-2025-0125. With regard to Liberty's request to approve its FAC tariff, based on an average usage of 1,000 kilowatts per month, Liberty's requested adjustment would result in a decrease in the bill of a typical residential customer of approximately $4.69 a month. Staff made a filing stating it verified that Liberty's actual fuel and purchase power costs match the fuel and purchase power cost included in Liberty's calculated rates set out in the submitted tariff. Staff also reviewed Liberty's monthly interest rates that are applied to the monthly cumulative over and under recovery amounts and the calculation of the monthly amounts and recommended the Commission approve the tariff. Thus, the order before us establishes the true-up amount and approves the tariff filing as an interim adjustment subject to true-up and prudence reviews. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer,
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Sixth tariff in order today is in file number ER-2024-0261 in the matter of the request of the Empire District Electric Company, DBA Liberty, for authority to file tariffs increasing rates for electric service provided to customers in its Missouri service area. On November 6th, Liberty filed tariff sheets designed to increase its gross annual electric revenues by approximately $92 million. Section 393-150 authorizes the Commission to suspend the effective date of the proposed tariffs for 120 days, plus an additional 6 months to allow for a hearing. To provide sufficient time to determine if Liberty's proposed tariffs are just and reasonable, the Commission will suspend the tariffs for 120 days plus 6 months. Therefore, the order before us suspends the tariffs until October 5th of 2025 and grants to the regulatory law judge the authority to rule on discovery disputes. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer,
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Seventh tariff in order today is in file number EO-2023-0136 in the matter of Union Electric Company, DBA Ameren, Missouri's fourth filing to implement regulatory changes in furtherance of the energy efficiency as allowed by MEA. On March 27th of 2023, Ameren filed its application to approve demand-side investment mechanism and demand-side management portfolio plan under the Missouri Energy Efficiency Act, or MEA. Ameren amended its application on January 25th of 2024. Several parties requested and were granted intervention. Multiple rounds of pre-filed testimony were filed, and the commission held an evidentiary hearing on July 22nd through 25th of this year, where additional witness testimony was provided and multiple exhibits were entered into the record. After the hearing, the commission held a case discussion. During that case discussion, the commission generally expressed concerns about Ameren's MEA application and had particular concerns regarding cost and benefits to ratepayers. I appreciate that the parties listened to the commission's concerns, and on October 30th, Ameren, OPC, Renew, and Consumers Council filed an agreement that provided for a portfolio of MEA programs that represents a reasonable compromise and at a much lower cost to ratepayers, which was initially over $600 million as stated in Mr. Luber's testimony, which assumed no cap on administrative overhead, or Dr. Mark's testimony, which had a cost of $525 million with an additional unknown amount for administrative overhead. The portfolio is now, under the settlement, $125 million, which saves ratepayers anywhere from $400 to $475 million. With this agreement, I'll highlight a few provisions that I appreciate. First, the majority of the dollars are for demand response programs, which provide benefits to all ratepayers. There's been a significant narrowing of non-demand response programs. There are caps regarding redirecting of program funds and lower earnings opportunities associated with doing so, and there appears to be a more meaningful EM&V at a significantly lower cost. After reviewing the settlement agreement and all of the supporting attachments, the order before us approves the agreement and grants the requested variance. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 2. Commissioner Coleman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I, too, am pleased with the outcome in this case. This order has been worked through, as you mentioned, that provides a much fairer outcome to all those involved, and on my part, for sure, to the customers. So I appreciate the work done by all of the parties in this case. Thank you, Madam Chair. I support the order.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Holzman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I also am glad a settlement was able to be reached here, and that some of the programs that hadn't performed as well were be able to be preserved as opportunities to demonstrate that they still have viability for the future. So I think this was a good compromise, and I'm glad to support it.
Thank you, Commissioner Holzman. Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, I agree with all the comments that have come so far before. And I also want to thank everyone for coming together to come up with this. So with that, I will be supporting this order.
Thank you, Commissioner Kolkmeyer. Commissioner Mitchell.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thanks to the staff and the parties for reaching a reasonable compromise here. And my observation is that it's getting more difficult to find efficiency measures that have a reasonable payback for the consumer and for the customer. So I am glad that they've made a pivot to a bit more heavy in demand response, but have retained some of the programs that have a better return for the ratepayers. So with that, I'll be supporting the order.
Thank you, Commissioner Mitchell. Appreciate everyone's comments today. All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Next, we have case discussion in file number WR-2024-0104 in the matter of the request of Liberty Utilities, DBA Liberty, for authority to implement a general rate increase for water and wastewater service provided in its Missouri service areas. For this, I'll turn it over to Judge Clark.
Thank you. Good morning, Madam Chair. Good morning, Commissioners. The memo that I circulated yesterday provides an overview of the 38 issues and the party positions in this water rate case. I will note that while this was scheduled to go for 5 days next week, last night the parties filed a proposed schedule in order of witnesses that proposes a 3-day hearing of Monday through Wednesday on what I hope to be a truncated list of issues. And moreover, to that effect, this morning, 2 of the parties filed a partial stipulation and agreement resolving some of the issues between those parties. And I will be updating the memorandum tomorrow to provide an overview of that stipulation and agreement for the Commission. If there are any questions about the rate case, I'm happy to answer those now.
Thank you, Judge Clark. It seems like there's been a flurry of developments in the case in the past, 12 hours or so. And so I'll just stay tuned for looking for the stipulation and agreement and seeing if there are any objections to that stipulation and agreement, and then moving forward next week with the hearing on Monday at 9. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Commissioners, are there any questions for Judge Clark?
None here. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Hearing none, thank you. All right, before we go on to our closed litigation, I will take up scheduling so that we can adjourn after that closed litigation item. So next week, we have an evidentiary case in the case that we just discussed, beginning Monday, November 18th at 9 a.m. in this room, hearing room 310 with Judge Clark. Thursday, November 21st, we have agenda at 12 noon here in hearing room 310. Tuesday, November 26th, we have agenda at 10:15 a.m. here in hearing room 310. Wednesday, December 4th, we have agenda at 10:15 in hearing room 310. Friday, December 6th, we have a rulemaking hearing in 3 cases. OX-2025-0104 on affiliate transactions, case OX-2025-0105 on affiliate transactions for HVAC services, and in case OX-2025-0106 on a rule relating to customer information. And those are here it's at the Kirkpatrick Building at 600 West Main, room 139 at 10 a.m. with Judge DePel. Wednesday, December 11th, we have agenda at 10:15 a.m. And Thursday, December 19th, we have agenda at 10:15 a.m. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to the schedule? Hearing none. So with that, the last item of the day is a closed litigation item for consideration. I make the motion that we go into closed session pursuant to section 610.0211. Do I have a second?
Second, Holzman.
Second, Commissioner Holzman. Discussion? All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? We are in closed session.